diis wala nattuwaay boo xam ne dafaa jël dara moom itamit li ñu sukkandiku àddina bi yëpp suñ ne 1 kilo ñëpp si d'accord kilo boobu nag àddina bi ñi ko defeer mooy standard bi war nga ko indi ci biir réew pour ñu mun a déggoo lu mooy ak loolu doo mun a jaay ak jëmbante loolu tamit amutu non ñaari mbir moo fa nekk waaw xam nga ki nga xam ne mooy bay maalo bi wala ki ko indi bitim réew bu ko indee ba pare peese waaye bi nga ko peesee si place am moom pour nga xam ne peese waaye boobu dina natt bi wér Gambia Standards Bureau ñoo dee def lu ñoo wax calibration boobu mooy linkage bu ma wax di international measurement system waaye nguur gi tamit dafa taxawal mbootaay boo xam ne léegi si marché jaay diggante jaaykat bi ak jëndkat bi kanaay réglé ne boo ne lii benn liitar la wala lii benn kilo la ndax mun na ko beneen mbootaay mooy def loolu parce que diggante jaaykat la ak jëndkat waaw mooy weights and measures waaw loolu amoon
léegi su ma demee jëndi essence ma ne gaa jaay la ma 50 litres naka laa ensure ne 50 litres bi loolu ñu dugal sama moto bi
ni nga xam moo tax mu jox doole weights and measures ñoom ñooy dem di seet te waxtu wi doo ñëw seet laajut pour nga wax leen ñu ñëw or not waaye ñun léegi fi ñu fa am dat linkage mooy ne ki nga xam ne mooy jaay si essence série bi moom lu waa wax na ko ne soo ne benn litre dafa war a mut benn litre léegi naka war a def ba machine am bi di sotti litre waxtu wi ñu ko soxlaa ñun la moo oo ñu calibrate ko waaye nag ñi ñooy seet ne xam nga si diggante bi mun nga koo laa
man maay Basiru Njie maay jiite Gambia Competition ak Consumer Protection Commission suñu liggéey ñetta la benn bi mooy am nañ luwaa buy seetu lu jongante si business yi nu ñoo compété boobu luwaa boobu am nañ ko depuis 2007 te foog naa si West Africa yëpp Gambia ñooy first dëkka pour ñu am luwaa bi nii Independent Competition Authority parce que soo ko seetloo ay dëkk yu bëri comme ay Nigeria ay 5 years ago nañ set up te ñëwoon nañ fii sa study tour pour jàngal nu ñuy def loi bi lu tax mu am solo mooy dëkk bi amut price control ba pare dañ bëgg a am free economy moo miin ne foog tamit mu am loi buy seet naka ne ñoo doxalee business yi duñ mun a ñëw pour am ay agreement yoo xam ne dafa lor askan bi wala benn business du mun a am benn façon doole boo xam ne tamit dafa lor askan bi comme di def ay jéego yoo xam ne yeneen business yi suñ bëggee dugga si marché bi sax duñ si mun a dugga so si loolu na ñooy liggéey ba pare dañoo am nañ si competition bi dañ leen mun a def lu ñuy wax policy advice comme nguur bi suñ bëggee jël yenn fànna yoo xam ne dafa lor askan bi wala lor yenn business ñun suñ loi la pour mun nañoo xelal nguur bi te dañ koy def lu bari def suñ study xelal nguur bi ne comme loo leen bëgg a def nii wala loo leen def ba pare mu ngi am isi jafe-jafe yi nii daal ak dañooy def lu ñuy woowee market studies foog naa si ak investigation when suñ amee ay complaint daal beneen bi mooy yëfi consumer yi mooy askan bi comme balaa lii consumer protection amoon na si ay loi yu bari comme di nga am ay pour am na ay comme waaye ñun suñu loi bi moo ñëw consolidate moo nekk pour ñun marché yëpp la comme complaint boo mun a am di nga mun a ñëw si commission bi parce que secteur régulateur yu bari comme soo demee complaint sax ñoom dinañ mun a fine business bi waaye yow jëndkat bi doo si mun a am dara ñun ñoo amee lu ñu wax consumer protection tribunal bi askan boo xam ne mun na am kenn def na la dara nga bëgg a suu business wala yooyu noonu da ngaa ñëw si ñun. ñu ñoo la
daanaka daal ma dem si kapaak bi ma jënda moto mu ne ma ne moto bi garanti naa ko am na waranti baax na ma dawal ko benn fan ñaari fa moto bi yaaxu mu ne duma delloo suma xaalis yéen laay ñëw ndax noonu la.
waaw yooyu dañoo gën a bari la sax yëf yi delloo bagage parce que ñu bari dañoo dangaa dem si bitik yu bari supermarket yi sax ñu ngi la wax bagage soo ko jëndee su rombee benn fan doo ko mën a delloo te ñu bari sax dañuy foog ne loi la soo yooyu nag lay gën a am soo ñu koy def sensitisation di gën a
loolu du loi mun naa koo delloo.
mun nga koo delloo su fekkee
ma dem Karaba Avenue si bitik ma jënd radio.
waaw
bu ees si carton. ma ñëw kër suba rek mu buloo.
waaw
mun naa koo delloo ñu delloo ma suma xaalis.
waaw mun nga koo delloo foofu jafe-jafe bi rek mooy tamit yéenay tamit lu ñu lay advice jëndkat yi tam mooy bala ngaa jënd bagage demal nga seet bitik yi nga seet lu la gënal parce que yéenay tam jëndkat yi lu ñuy def mooy bitik boo njëkk a gis nga jënd fa dara nga demaat gannaaw ëllëg nga gis bagage bu gën a yomba nga boo koo delloo ne bii dafa am problème parce que understand nga te loolu moom loi bi sax nangu ko moom moo tax dafaa ne consumer da nga war responsible bala nga jënd bagage seetal nga test ba nga loo xam loo bëgga waaye doo mun a de da ngaa delloo rek parce que da nga gis lu gën a yomb.
so léegi yéen a dem protect consumers yi.
waaw
kam moo dem protect jaaykat yi nag.
jaaykat yi moo tax ma ne ñun suñu liggéey competition bi mooy protect jaaykat yi parce que jaaykat boo xam ne dafa def benn jéego boo xam ne dafa bloc ñeneen ñi dugga si ñun ngay ñëw wala jaaykat yoo xam ne dañ ñëw complot pour sonal beneen business si ñun ngay ñëw. wala jaaykat boo xam ne dafa am doole ba uppa ba nga xam ne nit yi suñ bëggee dugga sax mun naa wàññi prix bi ba mu wàcca ba ñëpp génn yooyu ñëpp si ñun ngay ñëw. waaw
boo leer na dañu ñëwaat si yow.
ok
ñu dem tëddi final.
Assalamualaikum. Ndetom Usman Sanaiti, Principal Labor Officer, Department of Labor. Under responsible ta Public Employment Service la. Department of Labor under responsible ta kaje ko dogudla momo la nyanto tara lori nyokana sosofa sosokana nyofa dokutio kana dogula nakari ani dogula falan kana dokutio nakari ndola lok mom waldi na department sabal soteje kilindo wala mu labor inspection ti labor inspection wala nyindi ko na inspector kata wala kata murmuro la kata dogudlal kaje ko dogudla dogo loi men landi abe tamakan comme labor ake dogo loi landi nyame abe tamaka nyama pour be kame compliance so wala ko okay dole falanka occupational safety and health monitor kaje ko dogudla mola health and safety etara number one priority kaje ko min ko dogudla anyanta safe lale because safety is number one. Whatever you do, safety you kumara bakere. Wala ko fenga. Andi dole falanka make so kaje ko injuries compensation comme ni be do ko kono e baro so kono bita do gudla ifra do gudla do ko kono ijita do go le be sela fa jene be fra so kono ni accident se be silokan dole ka process kaje ko ye compensate e dole falanka make so kaje
ay be jam falaje ñing dinum kol akumata bakke ngakacha mi alon ka sango man sanji tandin sey si manyana ka do ko ke baatulun ka apprenti de le dolbe sanji tandin fulan ka fital de le sanji tandin saba alka mone ko ko to don
ay yalla ka funko bijele ka men light work bijele mais alon ko but conditional flambo la because light work wala ñi ko mari do ko kenole but amanyana do ko kala comme ko full db doku amanyana do ko kala ko suto anda amanyana do ko kala conditional kono conditional men fala ko is hazardous comme ko amon koy amon safe so will bijele so wala ne ka light work allowed because what is in line with one of the ILO convention mais alon ko na ratify so ni nada industrial relation la wala ñi ko to la ka responsible complain la e doku la karo fayla boss mejo ye papri holde doku a mejo e nyanta li fola balanta onda ay bay doku wala yaje ko ay bay nyama ni loi manta to la ko complain ta an kaje ko no mata ni na resolve ni ma resolve no falang dana mat bulalan ko fa register kaje ko ke match ko ke anka fengo fa nge career guidance
aboko be ning lafta do ko wala mina tol yala nga faale munen talam mi codi nga mo karang
exactly
ale mo nyine nyalon ko fondo sulan talam mi codi ala nga fundi nyoka
exactly
wala din kirabe mbulun kam molta do ko wala ngana ale anko dem benyin li sif mon nyin sif métier sifa nye kan ala mo ala fina nyaka wala ke
ngol ga and the service is free
Okay, mo buka fenjoje.
Mo buka fenjoje.
Okay.
It's absolutely free, 100% free.
What run pare da fo?
Hani flat baje.
Okay.
Nka fengo palanke career guidance and counseling because najo ko like dinul palang bije ni ka karam mo bang so jama bije pour ka decision make ka ko lebulu. So they need guidance. Do bije ka issue sol soto me alan ko they need guidance. So ko palang guide. And donc advisory service palanke because ko mo yakata dogud la aka promotion dogud la maybe after resign or after contract ko terminate la barama idea so ba start la nyaadile. So ko palang service ko provide wol palang employees will follow sometimes ikala reorganization kala ikala redundancy kala but malo loyal and nyaadile and the man access to loyal to so they can guide and advice based on what the labor laws say.
Sabu ko bi nimbe du ko la dulato ngado ko je sanji saba sanji fola sanji na wuta sama do mbay nga nyanto so la fonde
ya nyanto so
sinali ya pratele ya mari mun tala nyantoti
exactly
wala ka wala ke
ko advice service ya and do be free le
okay
ka fungo fala monitor ka me labor mobility and labor migration. So coming sending currently Kalansino di mola mera
me murna nan bawo nga na mola la tamota bakele minute killing rombo di la gay pala just 1 minute mo den gapati alka mo nek wrong then we go to the public now please.
Okay.
No. I think already Minister one about with some measures, please. Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Dr. Nye Konto, Minister Trade Konto, and Nanyol Men Babyja, Dr. Mohamed Jawarlati, Senior Manager Investment Promotion and Facilitation, GAIPA. Comme Minister Afala Banque Economiame, GAIPA Wolo Mansa Kunda la Bundati, Member Loring, Mansa Kunda Fang, and Business La Tema. Ni salamu amuntan telo misalo ti Mansa Kunda ni business la tema na do ko bulo abe fanna nalela follow wala investment promotion and facilitation ka make sure meli yalan ko be pare din dula la birin banko din fo men yalan ko bantalan kolom si slow wala nyame pour sina isi la business o keno banko kan yo flanya wala minde ko export comme safara fiol men yalan ke do kuja isi bono gambia nyame kata ban kamala business lali isu wakino nyame pour kana kela do ko kiya yo nana da safaro la karola memo investment kamen ko wolom nyindi ko nka kidimando kele ko mi kata bankol kantare anin banko fan kanja ka mol wakil nde pour isi la kodo bondi ka dundi business o kuna ka do be makoro kela pour ka banko dinta do ko la anin kamala kana economy fanan ka ire wande yo kono Mansa Kunda kamen ko wolom nyindi ka jusnya bi fangala di business o la mesi wakil no nka wala for physical incentives o fiscal incentives mumunete wala follow ni bela doku joran bandla na bantala kenati inyanta juti menjola poroto Mansa Kunda ko ayam fata wotole membe alfa sanji lulu fa sanji sai yo nanata VAT wala import VAT value added tax o fana Mansa Kunda ka yam fo fanantole sabanya wala mundu wala corporation tax eka namo menjo ila profito kono fana Mansa Kunda ka yam fa wotole nyimbe pour que sawarindi isi wakili nyamen kala business o sawatindi banko kan
abarka kumata bake before nga bunda yala pour ñinin karo reke yale kuma fajang about the free trade zone in Soma, huh? Can we get the video to have a glimpse of it because it's very transformative aba gamar economy falina baka le pour banko dunga laja be mundo ko si falaje nga video ñi njube okay I'll come for it.
National Development Plan emphasized the need of private sector development as the engine of growth. The Gambia government, having its ambitious plan of developing the Trans-Gambia corridor, has initiated the development of trade infrastructure and special economic zone, with the 3 major objectives: economic impact assessment of the Trans-Gambia corridor, GIS-based spatial development plan, and corridor development investment plan. In line with the vision of developing the Trans-Gambia corridor, a comprehensive GIS map is divided into primary, secondary, tertiary, and extended catchment areas, which encompasses the entire Gambia, and ensuring balanced industrialization, and economic development across the nation. The Trans-Gambia Corridor, a 26-kilometre stretch from Farafenni in the north to Masira in the south, crosses the Gambia River via the Senegambia Bridge, serving as a strategic trade link in the centre of the Gambia. The Special Economic Zone site is strategically located in Soma along the Trans-Gambia Corridor, on either side at 1 point 5 kilometres from the Masira border post, to leverage the existing social and commercial infrastructure. Parcel A comprises the agriculture and other manufacturing zones, featuring seamless compatibility and shared infrastructure, while Parcel B includes the social, commercial, community, training, and capacity building zones, with provisions for future development. The prioritised value chains and sectors for processing in the Trans-Gambia Corridor Special Economic Zone aligns well with the strategies, policies, and development plans of the Gambia's government and relevant line ministries, apart from consideration for import substitution and export enhancing activities. The prioritised sector for processing includes light engineering and construction material processing zone, cereals, pulses and oilseeds, fruits, vegetables and tubers processing zone, agroforestry and other agro-products processing zone, livestock processing zone, general manufacturing zone, including apparel, automotive, chemical and pharma and others, fisheries processing zone, dairy products processing zone, specialised infrastructure, agricultural transformation centre, utility zone, non-processing zones. The zones within the special economic zone have been meticulously configured to leverage the Gambia's opportunities and core strengths. Inclusiveness is ensured with provisions for accommodating micro, mini, small, women entrepreneurs, first-generation promoters, medium enterprises, large-scale manufacturing industries, along with its ancillary, byproduct manufacturing, value-added processing units. Various options ensured with plotted developments, one-time long lease or monthly rentals already built, plug-and-play facilities and multi-tenanted buildings or PPBs, based on individual sector potential and preferences. The master plan offers a flexible and modular approach, adapting to the site's topography while ensuring ease of implementation, minimal environmental impact, and cost optimization during both the implementation and operational phases. The detailed components of the master plan are water treatment plant, overhead tank, logistics zone, truck maintenance depot and fuel station, light engineering and construction material processing zone, cereals, pulses and oil seeds processing zone, specialized infrastructure, fruits, vegetable and tubers processing zone, agroforestry and other agro-products processing zone, dairy products processing zone, general manufacturing zone and other industries zone, livestock processing zone, sewage treatment plant, solid waste management / summer storage tank, Agricultural Transformation Centre. Substation. Residential zone. Social and public amenities zone. Demo farms, training, research and development zone. Future expansion zone. Collection and pre-processing centres, fish aggregation centres are located at strategic locations to collect the produced commodities from the rural catchment areas, ensuring sustained supply of raw materials to the special economic zone in terms of quality and quantity. A GIS-based spatial development master plan for the primary influence zone of TGC is prepared, highlighting the proposed components and projects envisioned for development within the 50 by 26 kilometre stretch. The Spatial Development Master Plan considers the existing context, land suitability, connectivity, and environmentally sensitive areas. The plan is phased with an initial focus on economic development through the TGC SEZ as the anchor project, followed by social, commercial, and community development, and later the creation of tourism and eco-recreational zones alongside enabling infrastructure with an emphasis on sustainable transportation solutions, including the proposal of a second airport in the Gambia. The project aims to offer a progressive business environment with diverse, investor-friendly opportunities. Once the comprehensive Trans-Gambia Corridor Development Plan is put into action, it is anticipated to generate $606 million in annual transactions and create approximately 100,000 direct and indirect employment opportunities. Under the able leadership of the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, and Minister of Trade and Industry Honourable Babukar Oldrew, the government of the Gambia is poised to implement this Trans-Gambia Corridor Development Project, aiming to drive industrialization, economic transformation, enhancing food security, thereby creating job opportunities, empowering women and youth, marking a revolutionary step in the Gambia's growth journey. Come and join in this journey for creating the future Gambia.
Thank you. Wow, this is amazing. This is transformative. I've not seen anything like this in the sub-region. I don't think it exists.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor, for that very timely show of this. That's why I surrendered my salary to you. Yes, we will find it. The Jamnyajo concept is close to this. But you'll find the existing ones in Benin, in Togo, in Nigeria. They exist.
Okay.
Ethiopia. But that is why we need to be there.
Okay.
And that's why we are heading in that direction.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, apologies for taking most of your time. The public, we now open the floor for questions and answers. If we have anyone who has a question, we'll take 3 questions. We take 2 questions at a time. We have only 20 minutes. We'll take one from here and then one from there, and we'll swap lead. Where's the mic? What's the question?
Thank you.
So introduce yourself and you ask the question.
All right, thank you very much. I am Lamin El Sayan. I'm the Information and Communications Minister, University of Gambia Students Union. And my question is directed to Datma. Yeah, during your deliberation, you discussed something very important, especially the protection of children. And then you talked about sometimes children, when doctor asks, how do you ensure that children sometimes are not overused, as in apprentices who are very, very young. And then you had mentioned that light work is permissible. But I want to understand, how do you monitor this? Because if you look at the apprentice, sometimes 5, 10, 15, very, very young children. When you go up country, sometimes you see people in carpentry, in welding, and sometimes during school days, you see them doing this work. And these are children who are supposed to go to school. How do you ensure that you monitor monitor that they are not doing, they're just doing light work, but they are not being overworked? No child labor. Thank you.
Very much. One question from this end. Yes? Gumane, Sumare.
Assalamu alaikum. Nangin karabita kam Nton Muhammad Sumareleti, Global Rambo TV, Nton Muhammad Sumareleti, the Global Rambo TV, online TV, Mbole represent Kanja. Na nangin karabita kam Mumarta Lebo, Mungalonko Dokulal, and Munianko Lebo Dokulal Takang. Na koroslo ya dinna ko na transport system oni funding ke jama kasarata funding ke jama problem soto ngajelo ko ila funding ke ya be temmo munto immanyan ke la amprantolti na motolto because niya GBB ikadingo jele sanjitang abe moto kono 14 passengers or 18 passengers abe diamu kanyame na kebal kang abuka ke fente mungalon ko abete atale so ale mun wal landi pour ko nyaato kontu natara ko ite mari man sandi tannin saisi imman ko do ku sifake because abinna funding ko batandi kanne
Abarka Bake, welcome to you. Yes.
Okay, Baraka Bake, start la ko child labor monitoring. Coming to la inspection on the boundary lesson. The boundary lesson not inspection on. So ninko child labor wala jindi ko kadino ta ka blood do wala mala ko iba jolale and amansi ala sio mansi pour kata do ko wala. Banina apprenti wala karola because nya ko light work accept. Because for example like company dosi tara je me ala ko ikadino wala but ko i train as part of apprentice. So no wala accept na convention ni wala cover so na loi fala wala cover but amanko coming ko ite be moto be tabulu yemoda apprenti yala abe apprenti ya keke nin karo nin tilo boda ya jo so ndol bugol monitor wol monitor na control kono ba me na control kono wala nyindi ko imagine dinno tala dogo me alon ko ika karfa jole andu aman sanji tani sosi wala ndo yata because dinno le me alon ko iba train kan dogo ni ba train kan mecho le because niya de conventional accept because ka sumja molje abeda kan school ada mecho fala karanka so ni ko rek ni moma épinier soto amanya hani do ko fonkela o amanya na mecho kela iba jele ba ma terdent la because aba karanka da mecho falan karanka anu nyina falan ba ma ko la sa ba jaba expertise soto la abe fonko men karanka abe ya men karanka bari e gajo apprenti on manke ko mo men ni ko fale ke jo ibe mecho le nika adu na tara fala me alon ko na alfa ikambo sika di mola ka fa akarani mecho la gansa so ite lo la fa sa hani ikana di mola ka kan di sa jaba ka la mecho la because inte wan tata kan di no la mecho so wala ni la naka fale fengol londi wala ka mene ko recognition of prior learning wala na sa no soto waji me alon ko ko kaje ko mul fala kam through that meje karante ika qualify ika expertise soto bari bu ka compete no because ni company do jabi ni ko la sulata maçon la sulata capital la ni de manta GTTI or manta this training school auto you cannot compete because certificate table but you have the expertise, you have the skill, you can do the work. Wala dan nol soro ba je falan ka randaka ika certificate test and the certificate of the based on your level of expertise you can also compete. Apprenticeship on ka abor nyama because mille alon ko be karfa do ko la ko le monitor. Yeah, so abor nyama.
Abar ka fulan jango dum anga mari abi ansanyo la kilinka. Yes, second round of questions, one from this end, one from that end.
Yes, thank you very much, and Mr. Doctor. My name is Mamadi Jallo from Musa Moro Online TV. My question goes straight to the Minister of Trade, Babgan Juve. Thank you for your delivery, so it's definitely wonderful. But let's come into the aspect of pricing in this country. You can see the same street. You go to this shop, somebody is saying one bag of rice of 1,200 or 1,700 or 2,000. You go to the next shop, you have different prices. What is your ministry doing to ensure that we have the same price when it comes to bag of rice and other communities?
Thank you.
Secondly, my second question goes to Mr. Sane. Mr. Sane, ya ila kuma kango iko itila department marta comme mo mu yalan ko kata do ko la Mansa Kunda ando ngaje mo jama bi kata do ko la Mansa Kunda fan 8 o'clock ka fudaji then 3 o'clock ita so what is your department doing to make sure
Abarka we come on this side by the way ngam question kilindone ala mala mana fo ningi mu neke fo ngi bule question fula nyininka okay one more here this side.
All right. Good evening. Yes, my question goes to the
Name.
Yes, I am Alas Najeng, the Education and Research Minister elect of the University of the Gambia Student Union. You mentioned something as Career and Guidelines Center to offer to the students, perhaps senior secondary school students that might complete schools. But I have a concern, and that is knowing fully that the education system is very colonial and how to call it, it is also not in line with the job requirements. How do you ensure that the Career and Guidelines Center that you will offer to the students would be beneficial at the end of the day and they will be accommodated within the job market?
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister.
Maybe I should use my teacher voice. Okay. The gentleman did not indicate what language he wanted my answer in. So can I do it in English because you asked me in English? I should have been deliberate and answer in Serer and give you an answer you will not understand. Thank you very much for this question. I think this is the most asked question. You know, the frequently asked questions. This is our most frequently asked question. You see, pricing is very, very interesting. In my statement, I mentioned the effort we put in collecting week. There will be competition for that supply and prices will fly. So we monitor to ensure that stock levels are good. And where we are scared that a particular commodity among the essential ones is running low, we do our things behind the scenes to ensure that those commodities at sea, floating cargo, that we require in the market that is about to go short are given priority to berth. One of the things that we do, we work with the Ports Authority, we work with the GRA, Ministry of Finance, to ensure that that particular commodity which is running out is replenished quickly. Even if other vessels arrive before them, when they arrive, we give them priority berthing so that the market does not run low on that particular product. But coming to the pricing aspect, how is this connected to price? The availability of products, you said rice, a bag of rice. Once it is available in sufficient supplies, they'll now compete for the resources in the pockets of the consumers. That gives, and that's why we chose this policy, the liberal approach to market regulation. We allow the traders, the vendors themselves, to compete for the money in your pockets. And as a result, it's now assumed, and we are right in our assumption, that you are rational people. That when you go to a shop and realize that it is $5 above the previous shop, you will not buy from that one. You go to the shop that is selling the same product $5 lower. So this approach to price regulation is voluntary, but it's been working. Now, for us to police the streets and ensure that Momodu Wuri Jalo at the junction is selling at the same price that Momodu Julde Jalo is selling at the other junction is going to be difficult. We cannot police the streets. But we leave that with the consumers to apply this theory that where I notice that this particular shop always sells $5 above the other. I don't go there anymore. Let me go to the one that is selling the same product less than this one. Then that one will be conditioned to match the other price, and then the consumer benefits.
Thank you very much.
It makes sense to
That
you.
answers the question. What's the second question?
The second one is about lateness, and that is for the public service, I'm afraid. Usman the Labor Department does not regulate when people get to work and when they leave. That is for the public service. Thank you.
Thank you. Then answer the gentleman's question about career guidance.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for answering that question for me. Because the Labor Act doesn't cover the civil service, so they are not under our purview. With regards to the career guidance and counseling, this is one of the services that is provided at the employment service unit. The essence of career guidance and counseling is to help you have to know the demand and supply of labor in the market in order to choose a career, that will help you tomorrow. Because you are choosing a career as a life path. So if you choose a wrong career, at the end it will disturb you. And this is why we have a lot of skill mismatch. That is happening, both horizontal and vertical, because people are studying areas that are not are very like at the university.
So do you help them develop CVs as well?
Yes. As part of the soft skills training, we do how to develop CV, how to prepare them for interview, how to do a cover letter. So we prepare them for the labor market.
Thank you.
So all this is done as part of our career guidance.
We'll take the final round of questions, one here and one there, and that's it. That's it for today. Yes. Go on.
Good evening. Circular migration, and what are the benefits and security guarantees?
To Spain?
Yes.
Okay, second to last question and final one, and then we give the chance for the final responses. Yes, go on.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Suma turbi Al-Hassan Sidibe ku nekk di liggéey akhbar Gambia bil Arabiya. Suma laajte bi mooy honorable minister suñ gisee ne yéen seen ministry bi ñeneenti bàngaas moo fa nekka. Léegi ñeneenti bàngaas yooyu noonu boole ko yépp mu nekk si benn ministry ndax loolu noonu nekkul di isi ay tolof si seen liggéey yi comme nu mu war a demee daal.
Jërëjëf. Final question from that end? No, only one we can take from that end. Final question. We have about 7 minutes to leave this place. Yes, go on. Quickly.
Yes, thank you so much. Mean that the consumers are rational people. That is only valid, perhaps, if there is no such relationship shared by the vendors, because many a times you realize that these vendors, they connived under the carpet or in the background to agree in terms of what price is there to sell their commodities to the consumers. So in that instance, it will be very difficult for us to use our rationality in order to buy from the sellers that we believe, have the appropriate prices. Thank you.
Is that a statement or a question? It looks more like a statement. Well, it's all right. No, you've already asked me a statement. That's it. That's fine. We'll give you a chance to answer now. We have about 3 minutes, 4 minutes to round up. And yes, please. So Haruna is on my neck.
I will love to give the third question to the head of the Competition Commission because their act covers connivance. He will deal with that. The size of the ministry, the president has. Oh, okay. Wow, ma jema turn to see walu ministry bi nimri. So sete ministry si Gambia yep. Buneka nyetala nyenend jurom. So buge tasare te ministry buneka lifaneka muneka tahawal bopam. Inga ega jurom fuki ministry. Te lolu choli dina gena bari. Why president more authority, more am mom la constitution bi jox doole pour mu seet yan department la war a mun a boole si benn kër mu jox kër googu borom so lu mu bëri nekkul ne dañoo complain sax ndaxam mu ngi dox dañ bëggoon a wone rek ne en bi dafa yaatu so foog waxtaan bi yaatu waaye mu ngi dox because bu nekka man amewuma yëpp permanent secretary laa amee maa ngi amee ñetti deputy permanent secretary Deputy Permanent Secretary Sanyang, Administration. Deputy Permanent Secretary Damfa, Mungfi, Industry. Deputy Permanent Secretary Jamme, Mungini, Moneka Trade and Regional Integration. So, nyom nyeta, nyoy dimele Permanent Secretary. So, NBA tagut suma bopewi. Hamna dang mayirim. Nyom ajapale. Benen bi moy the circular migration, lighten, that one was in English. The benefits are numerous. I have said in fora that these circular migration agreements and bilateral agreements we are signing are not an alternative to our strategy as a ministry to create employment or to facilitate employment creation. We have so many things that we have in our sleeves, and we'll be sharing them with using irregular pathways to find themselves in countries of their choice. We cannot stop them from going. Because we cannot stop them, the ministry came with this formula to make it legal to go. That gives them the opportunity to recourse to, if you like, arbitration, guidance, support, so that when they have challenges, the government steps in through the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and in fact, I'm happy to acknowledge his presence. Yes, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and Gambians abroad is here. We are working with his team very closely to ensure that we give these people the opportunity. The 57 I said are in Saudi. They are with my Director of Employment in the same WhatsApp group. Every evening, some of them have my number, they are sending me feedback at night. That is different from somebody who went clandestinely and is sold as a slave. Our girls are safe. They are talking to us, we are talking to them, the embassy is monitoring them.
Honorable.
So that's the advantage.
Wow. So you will final, I think last one minute, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay,
and then
thank you very much.
Just 1 minute, right?
Okay, sure.
1 minute.
So just to say that the connivance is called price fixing. It's the biggest violation of the Competition Act. It's difficult to prove because you will have to have communication evidence. So we always urge people, if you have suspicions, you don't even have to have much. That Sunday we went, we did investigations, we found it not to be true. But the general public, anywhere you feel that it's happening, you can just give us a call and then we will be there to try and resolve it. Thank you.
It also has a role to play. Whenever you suspect connivance anywhere, you can inform the Competition Commission. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let me acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and Gambians Abroad, Honorable Mamadou Tangara, who is here with us today. We thank you for coming. Honorable Minister of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, Honorable Babukar Ismaila Diouf, thank you very much, you and your entire team, for coming and doing a fantastic job. You've been outstanding. Thank you very much, members of the press, the media, public official, Minister of Information, Minister of Trade, the public, those watching at home and abroad. Thank you very much. By benen yon suñ dajé waté in 2 weeks time dañu minister bi nga xamné mo responsible ci walu jawaji ñu ko environment minister roy don mañang dina fiñu waxtaan ak ñun mbadingol ala baraka bake mbal tentola mbal jela bi sewota minister bi kapa Mamadou Tangara honorable minister of Gambia mi yalla ko bantala bankun kan abidjan kana bengo mabi minister mbatentola mba jela bake fang minister Babakar Diouf anala mo bek do ku ñol do ku kendo ke bi ngalom bi ko senata le munatina do ku bunda senata balu wala ko senata be fatang fansi jang wala ala baraka bake mbatentola mba jela fo wati ko teng Mansa Kunda ala barakantela